pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Chris Colbert, Deontay Wilder. Chris Colbert, we all know, came out with an interview as he was simply debunking every possibility, every allegation that Deontay Wilder had towards Tyson Fury, and stated Tyson Fury was going to mop the floor with him. He never could mess with Tyson Fury. He said a lot of things. He made a lot of points, and it was very, very subjective. Okay. A lot of people were there. Danny Garcia was there, kind of siding with him, because those two are like this, right? And then he was just saying who he was, you know, not saying that he didn't like Wilder, but he said Wilder had no way of beating Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. He brought up the gloves, he brought up the water, he brought up all the allegations, and it was by Nestor Gibbs. And Nestor Gibbs has a deal with Fighthype some type of way, so he does Fighthype interviews now. And, you know, it did well, okay? Like I said, it did well. However, this video is to make sure, to let everybody know, because it was a rumor. I was listening to Showbiz The Adult earlier, and someone said, boom, that interview had been deleted. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to see if that is the truth or that is the case. And after checking it out myself, shout out to my boy Benatti, okay? Benatti gave me the link, right? That's the link. So if you press the link, all right? Hold on a second. So if you press the link, there. Okay, let's see. Crypto.com. Here's the video, right? There's the video. And then when you click the video, guess what happens? Boom, the video's private, right? So what that means is it didn't necessarily get erased, but it got private. It got censored. Okay, it's the same shit. He didn't necessarily erase the video, but he stopped the video from being showed. He stopped the video from being shown. He stopped the views. He stopped people from watching it. Okay, he stopped the progression of the video. So it wasn't necessarily deleted, but he did say the video is private. That means what he did was whoever, you know, and I said he, I'm thinking, well, maybe it was Nestor Gibbs because he conducted the interview, right? So he was in fact the one that made the video private, so you can't watch the video anymore. Now, the question you ask yourself is, why? Why not? You know, I mean, and that shows you, you know, you're getting in the world of like Bruce Vane when you're doing videos to the point where if people make you take them down, that means something must have been said in that video they didn't want people to hear. That's the only thing it means, because if all that shit that Chris Colbert said was a lie, and all that shit that he says that, hey, this don't make sense, that don't make sense, and this is the reason why, that's the reason why, then all of a sudden it's private. You got to draw your own conclusions, because, I mean, actions speak louder than words, but when words create action, there's a very, very big problem with that, okay? And it just shows you how strong the someone's opinion is, and how strong words really are to make people, hey, turn that shit off, turn it off, make it private, delete it, whatever, right? And I think that's what Nestor decided to do, but it had to come from someone higher. Who knows? I don't know. But yes, that is true. The video was taken down for public consumption. Okay, they're not allowed to watch it. And like I showed you guys that, yes, this is a case where you want to censor someone because they have an opinion. You know, and I take that indeed personally myself, because I've had YouTube channels, other channels that are either equal or lesser value than I am, or what I mean by that is in subscribers and size, trying to shut me down. Actually, both. One under me and then another couple over me that are really big. You know, that they tried to censor me while I just had an opinion. You know, I mean, what do you care what I say? If what I'm saying bothers you, then make a video that's saying or calling me a liar. And if you can't call me a liar, you have to go behind my back and silence me or censor me, you know, and try to use YouTube to do it because you're too chicken shit to do so. That's your problem, because I'm still here. You know, and Chris Colbert said some things in that video that it hit home. And I think and it just shows you though, Wilder or somebody on Wilder's team had to see that. Okay. I don't think any channels made that happen. I think Wilder seen that and he made some calls and to shut Chris Colbert up. Why? Because Chris is a PBC fighter, and the PBC fighters, a PBC fighter talking about other things of that nature, you know, they don't like that image. They don't like that to happen. So what they could do is, hey, we can't shut Chris up, but we're going to shut him up from talking on that particular video because we don't like what he's saying. If you look at Fighthype, all these other videos with Chris Colbert are in there. Okay, from days or months ago, even years ago, that he's in there and he's interviewed. But this one is the most recent, is not there. In fact, it's private. So why would you have the most recent one talking about Deontay Wilder or make it a private video so no one can see it? You know, but this is what I feel sorry for the person that tries to put that video out, and I know what's going to happen. A copyright strike is going to hit them like bombs over Baghdad, because if they want that video private, there's a reason they wanted it private, and it's coming from someone from a high end. And it just shows you that Wilder got so offended by that video, by what Chris Colbert said, that he had to get it taken down because he didn't want people to hear what he had to say. You know, and I keep telling people, what he said, the gist of what he said, the thing that stuck out the most was, why did JD's stay on the team when he was there watching the gloves? See, this whole thing about Fury cheating is all about proof, right? Or proof that Wilder says he has, which he hasn't came out with yet or whatever. And the fact that Fury had some gloves, that the gloves were tampered with. Okay, well, if the gloves were tampered with, the guy that was in charge of the gloves, which was JD's, like I've been saying all year, right? Or all like for over a year. If he was there watching the gloves, why wasn't he fired first? And that's what Chris Colbert was saying. Okay, you talking about this and that and all this and how you can't trust white people and things of that nature, but then yet you keep the white guy. That's what Chris Colbert was saying. But I mean, those things make you think. You know what I mean? And look, the people that follow Wilder, a lot of Wilder fans, the ones that are more ignorant or low IQ and racist at the same time. Some of these guys do have half a brain. Some of them, if you do hear something like Chris Colbert, another black brother, saying certain things about him that may change the perception of how people think. That was the problem, because the perception was Tyson Fury's the enemy. He's a foreigner from a foreign land, and he is the enemy, and he does not look like us. Therefore, he is no good. Deontay Wilder said his people were no good, so therefore he's no good either, because he's a part of that people. He said the whole society of gypsies and pikas or whoever, right, travelers, those guys are no good. So at the end of the day, what he wants, in fact, is people to believe that Tyson Fury is a cheat. He's an associated cheat. He's cheated before. He can cheat again. The possibility's there. So therefore, that's what it is. But is that reality? No, that's perception. So he wants to eat you up with the perception of someone being a cheater. So when Chris Colbert comes up and says, no, he didn't cheat, you can open your whole hands up with those type of gloves he had. That's the problem, because it debunks everything he has. And that's another black brother, of course, saying a different opinion. And that may have people and change their perception. And they don't want that to happen. On top of being a PBC fighter. That doesn't look well for the PBC or Fox. And especially when you got two people looking the same way or clashing or bumping, you know what I mean? So that's, I feel, is the reason why this video was taken down. But it has been taken down. Make no mistake about it. It hasn't been deleted, but it has been taken down, which is the same difference, because they wanted to stop people from watching the video. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the counterpunch of Chris Colbert's interview taken down from Fighthype. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.